Hello beautiful people and welcome back to Petty Perfect. It's me, Darren Monroe, and we are here. I know I've been gone for a little while. Don't mention it to anyone, but I was getting some things together. I was getting my life right. I was getting this natural hair in order. As you can tell, it still does whatever the heck it wants. I've decided not to fight it anymore and just let it be free, basically. I'm doing a little bit more than bun life, as you can tell. A little up-down motion going on. But my skin is clearing up. Aside from this, my skin is definitely clearing up because I remember we were talking about that before. And we are here to make ourselves beautiful. Not that we aren't already beautiful. Let's clear that notion up right now. Right now, I'm beautiful. Right now, you're beautiful. But we're enhancing that beauty. And there's absolutely positively nothing wrong with doing so. Forget what everybody says. They're just freaking haters. So, to get started, I am going to prep this beautiful canvas and get it ready for some foundation, concealer, eyeshadow, all that wonderful stuff. And to do so, I have started using Oil of Olay micellar water. Their luminous line, they have a micellar water, so I use a micellar water now to prep my face. No more prepping spray. I ran out of prepping spray, of course, because you know that happens. So I decided to try something totally different and go a new route. And I just used one of the circle cotton swabs, and it's like a pump bottle. So I just pump it out, pump it up, and I just prep my face with the micellar water. Now it is already clean and clear and oil free, but I just get the micellar water going just to make sure it stays that way, and I just go all over and all throughout, which I believe, aside from drinking water, has also been helping to clear up my acne. I mean, granted, what I eat is going to clear that up all the way, but whatever. So I'm going to use my primer, which is my Becca. Ooh, I need some more. My Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. And you don't need a whole bunch. I do one side at a time. Even though I have eyeshadow primer, sorry, I still put it on my eyes, to be honest. Other side. Yes. Okay. Now what I do is, because I have oily skin, what I'm going to do is get some of my setting powder, Ulta Beauty Mineral Setting Powder. I'm going to dust a little off into the cap and make myself pretty and ashy. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm going for a beautiful ashy look. And when I do this, I'm focusing on the areas that I'm oily the most, which is right in here. So that's kind of where I start, as you can see, and then I go up under my eye and then I bring it down. I am very happy that I don't have oil problems like underneath, like in this chin area. Oh my gosh. Or maybe it's probably good enough where it doesn't show. I don't know. But it's not as bad as it is in my cheekbone area, to be very honest. Oh, sorry. There we go. I'm just going for this all over ash effect. Yes. Alright, so now that I made a mess of my face, I'm going in with my eyeshadow primer, Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It is the anti-aging eyeshadow primer. And this doesn't take a whole bunch either. A little goes a long way. that much. And I start on the actual lid and I work my way out. Or up. Sorry, I work my way up. And I want to make sure it's nicely taken care of. A little bit. There we go. One Zerfa. Look at this little build over. Ashy with great eyes. Yeah. So I'm using this beautiful palette from BH Cosmetics by It's Raye. And it has some gorgeous colors. Today though, we are not going to go too wild and too crazy. I have used it, as you can see, and I'm totally in love with this color here. It's called Tiffany. 100%, I absolutely love it. So we're going to focus around this. So I'm going to use these colors as base colors, and this one to smoke out the outers, and then we're going to put this in the inners. I absolutely positively love this palette. I will be 100% honest with you. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get to work. Work. Let's get to work. And to get to work, I'm going to be using my little wispy brushes, and I'm starting. Okay, so I'm going to keep it really simple. We're going to use this color, which is Mousse, then in the eye. Then I'm going to use Midnight in my outer, and then Tiffany in my inner. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Alright, so we're starting with Mousse, and I'm just lightly going back and forth at the top just to get all that covered. Yeah, brown from a brown. There we go. And I'm just lightly dusting it on. I'm not packing it in. I'm gonna go in with the darker colors to create some depth and dimension in a sec. Now, I know you think I'm a little crazy because it looks like I'm getting eyeshadow all over the side of my face, but actually, you know, what I realized is I don't pay attention to the fact that my eye doesn't stop right here. So when I'm wisping, I just naturally do that, and then I wind up without any eyeshadow at the bottom by my eyebrow. So I just bring it down a tad. Now we're going to take care of all of that when we get our foundation and concealer on, so you don't have to worry about any crisp lines. We take care of all that. Alright, on to the next side. See what I'm saying? So I just brush it down just to make sure I'm getting in the area properly. And that's why I call it a wispy brush, because I'm just wisping back and forth really simply. Bam. Alright, I'm gonna go in with my darker color now, which is called Midnight, and I use, where is it? I use this brush, which has a tad bit of an angle to it. Just it helps with a little more control. So I'm taking that, and I want to get the outer of my eye. But like I said, we're also going to use it to create depth and dimension in our eyes. So I'm just going to take it right just like that. So I'm packing this in and then wisping it across the top of my eye. So there you go. And I started across the bottom by my lash line just to make sure no area is left unturned. There we go. Just so you can see a little bit. And then, there we go. Like I said, it's just to create a tad bit of depth. And do not worry about the colors getting outside of the lines, so to speak. We're taking care of all of that. Got one rogue hair that is driving me up a freaking wall. Okay. And getting on my lash line just to make sure. Alrighty. Bam. So now we're going to take one of the flat brushes, one of my flat brushes, and I'm going to go into the color Tiffany. And I like to start in the middle and work my way to the end. You see how gorgeous this color is and why I'm totally in love with it? So I start in the middle, and then I go, and now I'm going to begin to frame out the area. I start in the middle, then I work my way down. And I'm just using the shape of my eyes, truthfully. There we go. Bam. Alright, so now we're going to go in for touch-ups. So I'm going to start just with my brown mousse color. I'm going to go in with the Midnight, which is a darker color, and in the back. And I'm just patting it in so the two colors can blend. And there's not like some strict line there. They're actually blending in. There we go. And then I'm just going to go in a little bit more. There we go. Focus on the middle. Just so you can see better. Bam. Alright, let's go to the other side. So we have our Tiffany, and we're starting in the middle and then working our way down to the inner corner. And then I'm going to use the shape of my eye to help me create my cut crease look. And I'm just simply going back and forth as you see. I'm going right over my eyeball, honestly. Okay. Now, you're gonna do the same thing for touch-ups. We're going back with our mousse color. Then we're going in with Midnight. And that's just to blend this area here. And all we're doing is patting it in. To blend the two colors. And then I go back in with Tiffany. And there we go. Bam. Now, we do look a little crazy because we only have eyes done. But that's okay. We're getting to the rest of it. Alright, let's put on some mascara. My mascara, I told you I totally love. Hidden Gem Wonderful Secret is Avon mascara. Avon mascara is so freaking awesome, I promise you. I like the big and false. There's also a big and bold that's really cute, but this is big and false. And the reason I love it is because, as you can tell, I don't have much eyelash going on. And their brush is totally freaking awesome. So it helps little eyelash people like me get big, bold eyelashes. I mean, not so much in the fact I also wear false lashes. But this is the start. So I put on my lashes the same, I put on my mascara the same way I put on my lashes. I have my mirror and I look down into the mirror. And this way I do not have to worry about getting mascara anywhere in my eyeshadow. I use the mascara to create a wonderful underline for my lashes. See? I mean, if you're bold enough to go in with a pencil and underline it, go right ahead, but I'm not. And I'm not even about to lie or pretend that I can. So here I am. I got these little hairs in the way. So here I am with my mascara. Now, what I do is I also just comb them out just to make sure there's no clumping, anything like that. Because we still want to take care of our lashes. I mean, even though they're not like front and center or the main attraction or anything like that, I still like to make them feel loved. So, for my actual lashes that I'm using, it's just some lashes that I got from Wish. Nothing fancy, nothing exciting. But as you can see, they're pretty freaking long. I mean, in the picture, they don't look anything like this when you order off Wish. So I got them and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with those? So I thought it would be great to just like test them out with you and see how it actually works. Alright, so I have them and I'm just going to measure them out to see if I need to cut them any. So I'm just testing the waters. I think they're good. I mean, truthfully, it wouldn't hurt just to cut it some on the side. Just a tad bit. Just to make it fit a little bit more comfortably. And I'm just going to cut like the smallest of corners off of it. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I just cut a little piece. Alright, I'm gonna add, I have my lash tweezers. I'm gonna add some glue to the mix. Nothing special with my glue, to be very honest with you. I got like the bootleggest of glues, I feel. But let me tell you, it sticks like nobody's business and it dries quick. Hello. I think those are all very important factors when it comes to glue. Very important factors. Here we go. There we go. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry. And touching up some parts. I like it. Alright. Alright. So it should be good. I'm ready to go. Same way I did my mascara, my mirror down, or my mirror like this, so I can look down in it. And it looks like I'm closing my eye, but I still have visibility in both my eyes, as opposed to doing that and trying to put lashes on with one eye. And then what I want to do is secure my edges, or my outer and inners. I am having a really bad blinking fit. Oh, these aren't as wild and crazy as I thought, which totally works out. Alright. Like I said, just having a crazy blinking fit. So it took a little longer than usual to get my lashes secured. But these are rather lovely. Now that I have them on. Yeah. And the whole eye look is coming together as well. I like it. Alright, I'm going to do the same on the next eye and just cut off the smallest of pieces. Bam. I'm going to add a little glue. I'm just adding a little glue. When you add the glue, you want to make sure your corners are good to go. So when you secure them in place, you don't have to worry about them like lifting up in an hour or so. Alright. Yeah, that's bugging me. Okay. let's put this bad boy on. I want to get my little hairs out the way. I want to secure okay, I just wanted to make sure the lash was like all the way on. My outers sometimes give me a little bit of problem. They're real pieces of work, if you were wondering. Alright, so let's move on. And what is next on the list of things to do? Foundation. There we are. Yes, foundation. So let's get our foundation on. The foundation that I'm using is Maybelline. Let me just get it for you. Here we go. Fit Me. Maybelline Fit Me. Matte and poreless in 360. But I don't use it in this bottle because I prefer the pump. So I pour it out of the Fit Me and I put it in this, which has a pump, which makes it so much easier. And then I just pump it out onto the back of my hands and I go to town. Now, remember I told you we don't have to worry about eyeshadow because we got foundation and concealer that's going to take care of all of that. And this is what I meant by it. If I can keep my hair out the way. Make sure to get your nose. Get in that hairline. Because as you can see, it looks super weird when it just starts out of nowhere. So definitely make sure to get in that hairline. Get all the way back by them ears. Leave no stone unturned. And yeah, under here. Alright, now it's time for concealer. Alright, let's get our concealer going. So we're gonna add depth and dimension back to our face. So I'm using e.l.f. concealer. Excuse me. And I'm just getting it right under my eye. And accentuating that line that we created to clean up our eyeshadow. There we go. Now what you want to do is make sure you have a smooth layer going on, streak free. And just like I do with my blender, I'm blending it out. Next side. I have so much like freaking loose skin on my face. I don't know what the problem is. Okay. Just let that chill for a sec. And while it's chilling, I'm gonna take care of these pretty little eyebrows. Now, I'm not doing anything much, anything crazy with my eyebrows. I love the shape of them. I love everything about my eyebrows. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But we are missing some hair in the front. So what I'm going to do is just fill in the front of my eyebrows, which is super simple. I'm not going wild, I'm not going crazy, I'm not giving myself new eyebrows, nothing of the sort. Yes, these are my eyebrows. They're not plucked, they're not tweezed, nothing. And then I get my little brush and I brush them out just to blend in what I've done and to shape them. Bam. So now that they're in line, we're going to get our blender And we are going to, I like to just spray it a little bit. We are going to blend in our concealer. And I just start at the bottom and up the side, the places that actually need blending, and I go up. Just like that. Bam. So right here, the places that need blending, the bottom, and yes, I'm moving because truthfully I don't want to create any additional lines or unnecessary lines. So I usually puff my cheek out to make sure I'm working on a completely flat surface. There we go. And everything is pretty and nicely blended. I do under my eyes for the lines under my eyes to make sure nothing is like actually caught in there and getting all weird. And now I just double check to see if anything needs a tad bit of a touch up. Now when I'm doing a touch up like that, I want to be extremely careful because I don't want to mess up my lines. So that was it. That was it. Take care of these eyebrows underneath. Bam. There we go. There we go. It was like a little divot in it. Alright, so I'm going to add some powder to my face. Just a little bit at a time. To the areas that really need it. Not a whole bunch either. And then I go up in my eye, under my eye. But it's right here, like on my cheekbone, that needs it the most. And I don't want to get too crazy with it because I don't want to have to worry about like flashback. You know, when I'm out there having a great time, living life and being fabulous. Alright. So, while we let that set and do its thing and bake and do all that other wonderful stuff, we're going to add some highlights. And for my highlight, I am using triple baked highlighter, and this is in Goddess of Faith. So it has, I don't want it to fall out, it has a goldish pinkish color to it. It is completely totally awesome, and I like to do that with this little like lip brush. So I'm going to add it to the corners. There we go. And I start right in the corner of my eye and I work my way out. So I start right in the corner and then I just have working my way out. Now what I also do is I just put some right on my waterline. The same concept as you would use like a liner. Like, you know, when people use the white liner. Same concept here. I think it just gives it a nice little shimmer, sparkle, really makes your eye pop. See? I like it. I'm going to put some above my lip. And then just bring it down the side a tad. So you see? It highlights the area. Yes. And then in my super unorthodox way, I am going to add some highlighter to my nose. And I like to use this brush as opposed to a fan brush. I know that's why I call it super unorthodox, because it gives me what I want. It gives me the highlight that I want without having to like highlight forever. See what I'm saying? See that? It gives me the highlight that I want. See? And then I just root off it. And it looks so cute. And it looks so cute. Alright. We're good on the eyes. Let's add some lipstick. From a lipstick, oh my gosh, I just love this. It is my NYX Pin Up Pout lipstick. These lipsticks are freaking awesome. I 100% love them, and I do recommend you going to get them as well. The color I am using is Savage. Now, the crazy thing is, I haven't used like an actual lipstick stick in forever. I'm used to using like brushes and whatnot. So, using it for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, I'm being too wild and I'm being too out of control. So, I've learned to steady my hand and relax a tad bit. So, here we go. Lipstick. I'll put a lipstick on. Now with this, I have to watch the bottom. But, see, it's gorgeous. If you make any error with your lipstick, you can get some foundation or some concealer and just go back over it. So that's how you're going to clean up your lines. My lines are quite clean, boo. Alright. So now we have all the minor details taken care of. I'm going to dust for my life, boo, and get my powder taken care of. Now granted, I only put powder in these areas, but the excess that's left on the brush, I like to use all throughout my face. Huh. Look how lovely that is. Look how lovely we are. Or some Stevie Wonder. Isn't she lovely? I think she is. Yes. Yes. So, I thank you ever so much for joining me today. Feel free to drop a comment below. If you don't want to, or you want to ask something that's a little more personal, or you just don't like leaving comments, definitely still reach out to me, of course, but you can hit me by email. I'm checking my email all the time. Don't forget to follow me on social media, please, please, please. And then when you do, slide up in my DMs and let me know that you saw the video. Ask me any questions you want, and we can just be buddies that way, you know, good old little Judies or whatever. But thank you so much for joining me. Stay pretty, stay petty. Bye, guys.